Hello YouTube, my name is The Legend of DS, and I'm here for another live reaction, this time for a Nintendo Direct, a mini Nintendo Direct, Micro as it's been called by Nintendo, that just dropped 24 minutes ago. I didn't even see it, I just saw it right now, and it's roughly 17 minutes. It's probably going to speak about what was talked about yesterday in the Nintendo Direct only in Japan, except this one is shorter. The Nintendo Direct yesterday in Japan was 40 minutes, I think. This one is 17. No, it wasn't 40. I think it was 30 minutes. I don't know, but this is about roughly half, and I don't think it's going to talk about everything that was talked about yesterday. But it's going to be in English, so it's going to be much better. For at least I think for me and for many others, because many people didn't watch it outside of Japan, obviously because it was in Japanese, and it's like I don't understand half of what they're saying, or at 1% of what they're saying. So let's watch this in 3, 2, 1. Be a title screen that I thought. It's kind of loud for me. To lower a little bit the sound. It's kind of loud. Take one of my headsets because this was really loud for some reason. Bill, I thought you were fired. He botched that joke by posting things earlier. And I want those amiibos, Bill. Give it to me. Except for Blink, I already have Link.
Hi, welcome to this Nintendo Direct Micro. I'm Bill Trinan, or I was. I guess I'm Micro Bill now. My role around here has been a bit, reduced.
He has a Splatoon shirt.
But I'm working my way back up. To start, I have some news to deliver directly to you. Pull it in closer, boys.
Now I'm always looking out for
he
the
has
little
a Splatoon
guy,
shirt.
and so should you, especially when that little guy is a miniature robot.
Oh, Chibi-Robo, yeah, that was announced yesterday. That has an amiibo. Looks cool. I mean, it looks like Chibi-Robo.
That's right. You're looking at a brand new Chibi-Robo game that's currently in development for
Never
Nintendo
played.
3DS.
I mean Chibi-Robo.
Chibi-Robo
this one,
Ziplash.
since this one is not even out. I think.
Back in the day, the 4-inch helper robot Chibi-Robo used to just do chores, like cleaning the house or blooming flowers to beautify his surroundings. And just be short.
Apparently he's one of the most one of the most voted character for
joyous quest, our little hero will embark on a huge adventure.
Apparently this Chibi-Robo is one of the most voted characters to be in Smash. From what I hear, I don't think it is, but still.
Or any
Or it will
action
be in
fans
Smash.
craving
And
a side
Smash.
scroller that lets them whip up some creative bad guy beatdowns.
Oh, so it's a 3DS platform.
Chibi-Robo has some sweet skills this time. As you've probably noticed, he can swing and throw his plug like a whip-slinging desperado to take down enemies and reach far-out platforms.
Sure.
There are two ways to toss Chibi-Robo's plug. A whiplash is a quick toss used to smack enemies. But you can also charge it up for a second to destroy giant blocks with a ziplash.
That makes sense. I mean, he does have a cord sticking out, so they'd better do something with him if they're going to make it a platformer.
Collect boost balls and you can extend your cord too. Use a ziplash just right, and you can bounce your plug off of walls like this. Check the angle carefully, and boom!
And
robots must be awesome at geometry.
really?
Using an interesting mechanic like the ziplash is a great way to journey through creative
But
platforming
what
stages
are the
like
abilities? I mean,
There's just so much to experiment
it doesn't
with.
feel right to play and he's Moses.
And speaking
He's
of
Moses.
experiments, Nintendo has
Ah,
created
that looks
a
adorable.
Chibi-Robo amiibo that will be available
And he's gonna be in
exclusively
Smash.
as part of a Chibi-Robo Ziplash bundle. You see, during any stage, you can tap this Chibi-Robo amiibo to transform into Super Chibi-Robo. His speed and plug-tossing distance is crazy impressive.
So
And when you
it's
beat a
Superstar.
stage, your score can be saved to your Chibi-Robo amiibo to level it up.
Oh.
Based on this level, you can acquire a variety of in-game items, but we'll touch on that later. We plan to incorporate more
spend more
amiibo
time in there?
functionality too, so stay tuned.
I'm gonna show more
Ziplash will whip up some
amiibos
platforming magic
costumes
this
for
October.
Yoshi.
Next, I'd like to
wanna
announce
see
another
more.
Nintendo 3DS game, Dr. Mario
Dr.
Miracle
Mario.
Cure.
Yeah.
Nobody likes viruses, but everyone likes to bust them. Match 4 colored capsules or viruses to wipe them out in classic Dr. Mario style. Enjoy the ever-popular Virus Buster, or even play with L-shaped capsules in Dr. Luigi. Now, on Nintendo 3DS, the tried-and-true gameplay of Dr. Mario feels brand new again, thanks in part to a new item called a Miracle Cure. These cure-alls will appear when you fill up the gauge on the side of the bottle. Some actually
has a
erase
really
capsules
good
and
song.
viruses of the matching color, wipe out
I'm the
entire
best in
rows or
gaming,
columns,
actually.
and even eradicate surrounding capsules and viruses. In the multiplayer mode, there are also other new in-game medicines you can use to interrupt your opponent during the gameplay. They may reverse your opponent's controls, speed up their drop rate, or prohibit them from rotating capsules. Purists shouldn't worry though. You can of course turn these miracle cures on or off whenever you want. But by harnessing their curative powers, you're much more likely to mount a comeback, which can really make matches exciting. In addition to the local and global online multiplayer,
I was gonna ask, how was that local?
Too. So even with just one
Make no
game
sense to me.
downloaded, you can enjoy two-player
How
battle
come two
mode
people
with a
playing
friend.
the same 3DS? Maybe it isn't,
Plus,
but,
Virus
I don't
Buster
know.
mode offers a match 3 multiplayer battle mode, not to mention a new co-op mode that
Again.
will team you up with another doctor to delete viruses together. Dr. Mario
Maybe I just
Miracle
don't know
Cure
how
is
this
available for
works,
pre-purchase on device
and this has been
beginning today,
on
and
the
will launch
DS, and I don't know
exclusively
how
on
it was
Nintendo
made.
eShop
Maybe I'm
June
just
11th,
bad an idiot. I
2015.
don't know.
Now, let's take a little peek
At a great big adventure on Nintendo 3DS.
Pokemon Super Mystery
Okay.
Dungeon is the
Yeah, this was
latest
announced
installment
like
in the
2
Pokemon Mystery
weeks ago. I
Dungeon
even made a
series.
video about it.
One day,
No, less
the main character
week.
is suddenly turned into a Pokemon and transported to a land inhabited
So it's Mystery
only by
Dungeon.
Pokemon. There, they must help
So
solve
this
the
is probably
problems
going to be
of other
just
Pokemon
3DS, right?
while making
And
new
probably
friends along
Project
the way.
Treasure.
To do so, they'll embark on a grand adventure to explore mystery dungeons
That's
and
a
bond
big
with Pokemon
Wailord.
to save the world.
But again, Wailord
In addition to
is
the 20
big.
Pokemon you can choose to become and the Pokemon you pick as your partner, the rest of the 720 Pokemon out there are all accounted for, including
There's
both legendary and
720.
mythical Pokemon.
Jesus.
This game is the ultimate version of the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon series, with ever-changing dungeons, all known Pokemon, and much, much more. There
So,
will
is
always
it
be
user-
an adventure waiting
is it
for you
procedural,
every
like,
time you play.
Different.
Pokemon Super
Depends.
Mystery Dungeon
Like I have
will
one
be here
and
this winter.
another person has a different one, or is it just
Now
random?
for a pair of
Like,
new games.
I have one, but
One
20
for
other people
Nintendo
have the same.
3DS and one for Wii U.
Mario and Sonic
What
at the
better way
Olympic
to
Games.
celebrate the Olympic Games than with a
Rio.
fresh spin on the Mario and Sonic series?
If it doesn't have
Introducing Mario
online,
and
then
Sonic at the
don't
Rio
make it.
2016
Seriously.
Olympic Games.
Um,
Obviously, it's set in
For
beautiful
one, I don't
Rio
care
de
if the game has
Janeiro,
online
Brazil,
multiplayer or
where the
not.
next Olympic
Game
Games
that
will
this
be
thing
held in
needs,
August
because
of 2016.
It's competitive.
Rio is
Should
actually
have
pretty cool that time.
online.
But with Mario and Sonic there, the competition
nabbit.
will really heat things up. In addition to events like the 100 meters, rhythmic gymnastics, and table tennis, these titles will include additional events, including Brazil's most popular sport, soccer, or perhaps football.
It's football.
Whatever
That's
you want.
exactly what it's called.
Depending which version
Football.
strikes your fancy, you can play some exclusive sports. The Wii U version will include Rugby Sevens in honor of its inclusion in the Olympics this year. As for the
Yeah.
Nintendo 3DS version, for the
I
first
prefer
time
like
in
rugby
112 years,
to
golf is coming back as an Olympic sport.
golf.
Who do you think has
Since
the
I've
longer drive?
played rugby before
Mario
in golf, and
or Sonic?
golf is so fun.
These
It's not
answers
boring,
and more
but
await you,
it's
so please stay tuned. We'll have more
It's
to
very
say on the game in the
slow-paced.
future. Next up, a short little update on a cool new weapon coming to Splatoon.
my
Recognize this?
the zapper. This is our.
It's time to get
This has
pumped,
been
because current and
leaked,
soon-to-be
quote
Splatoon
unquote.
owners are about to bust out a brand new weapon, the NZAP 85. This rapid-fire
And
shooter
the
has some
89 is coming
impressive
too.
ink efficiency, and while it isn't all that powerful, it does a great job of quickly charging up the Echo Locator special weapon. It also comes with splat bombs, so you can claim a whole lot of turf in not a lot of time. I'm also excited to announce the next free
new
new
map?
map. It's called Port Mackerel, and it'll have you rethinking your strategies in some really interesting ways.
Do
Best
they
of all,
do those
this free new weapon and map
drugs
is
clean up?
launching today, June 1st. That's right, today at 7 p.m.
I still have to
Pacific
buy
time.
Splatoon. Maybe
We're happy to
tomorrow or
announce that
something.
because so many people who played Splatoon over the weekend reached level 10.
And the new mode
ranked
is already
battles will be
up.
available for play starting today, June 1st at 7 p.m. Pacific.
Oh,
The
that's
response
good.
to Splatoon
So
has
people
been
can all
amazing,
stop
and we hope
complaining
to see
about the
many
fact
more of
that
you online in
there's
both
only
turf
one
battles
game
and
mode
ranked battles
online.
soon.
How am I gonna do this?
They're really embracing the micro.
Hi. I was just saying hello to this pencil here. There has to be an easier way to create art. Oh, I know.
In 2013, we released Art Academy's Sketchpad. With this
For
software,
the Wii U,
plenty of talented artists
and now
have
it's going
created
to
a wide
the.
array of art
Oh, that's
using
really
the Wii
cool.
U gamepad controller.
I really haven't
and shared those
checked that
creations
out,
over Miiverse.
but I should because they
To feed your
do
creativity,
amazing
I'm happy
things.
to announce Art Academy Home Studio, an expanded and updated experience that will include a new variety of lessons, 360-degree landscapes to draw inspiration from, and a brand new way to share your creative process with your friends. For the first time ever, Art Academy Home Studio will allow fellow art enthusiasts to upload a time-lapse video of the painting's creation to YouTube.
Huh.
Plus, some all-new lessons are packed in that may just teach some budding painters anything from simple how-tos to a variety of real-world painting techniques. Art Academy Home Studio is now
That's neat.
available for pre-purchase and launches exclusively in the Nintendo eShop on Wii U on June 25th.
That's the American
In a
date.
past
Europe
Nintendo
should
Direct,
probably be the
we announced
same,
Project
around the
Treasure,
same, I don't know.
a 4-player co-op action
This was in
game
January,
for Wii U
not the
from
last
Bandai
Nintendo Direct.
Namco Entertainment.
It
We
did
haven't
say
shown
last
off
Nintendo
any
Direct,
footage
right?
from that game yet. But as of today, you can check out our YouTube channel for a debut gameplay trailer.
Why do they say YouTube account
Okay,
required?
before we get
It's
back
not
to the game
required,
announcements, let's
as
take
far
a
as I
second to
know.
talk E3. This year at the show, we'll be focusing on going into depth and detail on a variety of games for Wii U and Nintendo 3DS that will be launching in 2015 and early 2016. But there will also be a little something called
The Nintendo World Championships!
and I'm excited to reveal one of the game's contestants and viewers should prepare for. It's, well, it's a secret to everybody. Mark your calendars because the Nintendo World Championships is set to begin at 3 p.m. Pacific Time.
Yeah,
with
secret
a
from
pre-show
every Zelda.
broadcast kicking off the day's activities prior to the tournament. But of course, the Nintendo World Championships won't be the only thing happening with Nintendo at E3. You can get a look at what we've got going on behind the scenes on
I
Periscope
hope that
and
every
Snapchat,
game that has
where
spoke
we just launched new channels. Don't forget to
from
follow
this
us at Nintendo America.
Direct won't be at E3.
Wait, did you guys call this a micro
At
direct
the digital
for
event.
little old me?
Must have, because there are still a couple more announcements to get to. Let's start with a trailer for a relatively
Little experience. Okay.
Seriously? Oh! I don't know what this is. I thought it was custom robot. I don't know if it is. The name isn't. LBX. What's LBX? Am I dumb? Probably. Most likely. So, is this custom robot? It looks like it. I've never played, I've seen the gameplay and it looks like it is. Maybe I'm just an idiot. Most likely, probably. I don't know what to say. I'm kind of confused at what this is. Little Battler's Experience. So it isn't custom robot.
As you may have noticed in the
And
trailer,
it isn't?
LBX Little Battler's Experience is a new game for Nintendo 3DS from the same world as the toys and the anime that launched last year on Nicktoons. The series is scheduled to return in the fall, right in time for the game to launch.
Didn't even know.
The whole franchise revolves around the idea of palm-sized robots
So it's
called
custom
LBX
robot.
that kids battle against each other in arenas made of a special type of fortified cardboard.
And then, okay.
When the main character Van gets his hands on a
It's-
secret prototype LBX, he and his friends must save the world from the rise of an evil faction called the New Dawn Razors. Luckily, they'll be packing
I
exactly
never
the
understood
type of heat they'll need
why
for
in
any
some
situation.
animes
LBX are
toys
incredibly customizable.
are used to
Across
conquer the
game,
world.
you
Like
can discover more than
I remember like
130 LBX
Beyblade had
models
something
and more
like
than
that, and
4,000 parts
another
to
anime that
customize
was
them.
with robots as
In
well.
fact, their heads, torsos,
I forget the name. I
legs,
think Beetle
arms,
something.
CPUs,
No, that was a
and
Beetle.
batteries can
Beetle
all
something
be
in the game.
customized individually
In the
to
series.
create some
I
truly
never
unique
understood that. Why
robots.
children's
You can
stuff
also
are
choose
utilized to
two
win, like
weapons
Yu-Gi-Oh,
per
for
LBX
example. It's
from
a
9
children's
different
card
weapon
game
types and
used to
switch
ring the
between
world.
them in battle. Add
And the
that
reason I'm
fact
speaking
that
over
all
this is
weapons
because
and parts level up
I honestly
individually, and the options
care
are out of
or
this world.
understand this.
It would be really
Again,
cool
I
to
haven't
get
played.
together with some friends and
I
see
haven't seen the
tons of
anime.
different combinations you can all come up with.
I haven't, but
And
this,
the
and I
game
haven't
has
played
your back
some
on that
Robo.
front. It allows
But this
for
looks
up
a
to
lot like
6
it,
players to connect
and
via
it's
local
weird.
wireless and battle it
At least
out.
to me.
You could even name yours Micro-Bill.
It could be great.
You can experience LBX for yourself on August 21st of 2015. We've got one last Nintendo 3DS announcement, but first,
It's probably gonna
there's
be
a
American
little
one.
update on Puzzle & Dragon Z plus Puzzle & Dragon Super Mario Bros.
Okay,
Edition.
I was about to
That
ask.
means big
This
things
is
for anyone
the
interested
Puzzles
in
and
the
Dragons
game.
theme.
There's a
Theme,
little
not
detail
theme.
we've
Wow.
purposefully declined to mention so as not to spoil the experience for players, but it just might entice some players who are on the fence about it. We already announced that the Super Mario Bros. Edition included in the package would feature 8 Mario-style overworld maps to battle across. But now that the game is out there, I'm happy
I
to
didn't know
point
that
out
because
that
I wasn't
after you
really
beat the
paying
game,
attention.
there are a whopping 8 extra challenging worlds that unlock for your puzzle battling pleasure. As you journey across these additional areas, you'll get new playable characters like Rosalina, Princess Peach, Bowser, Bowser Jr., and the Koopalings. Don't forget that the other half of the package is Puzzle & Dragon Z,
And the Koopalings
which
shows
I'm pleased
only
to
Lemmy.
announce will soon begin a series
Funny,
of weekly
Lemmy's like
online
the
distributions.
Koopaling to
These
go.
gain you access to the dungeons where you can earn a special monster for your team. In fact, the first one is available as of this Nintendo Direct. And just like the Super Mario Bros. Edition, there's some massive unlockable content too. You can gain access to an entire second continent of challenging gameplay after completing the main story of the game.
My shrunken head cannot even comprehend how much content that is.
For more information on the upcoming online distributions and other tips, please visit the
Kind of
game's
awkward.
official microsite.
That joke.
Now, let's get to some big news for JRPG fans. The sequel to Square Enix's hit role-playing game, Bravely
Bravely
Default,
Second?
is indeed coming west. The first game was a fan favorite of RPG lovers, and
Wasn't
this
this
new title brings back everything fans of the
confirmed
original
already?
love, along with a brand new
I don't know.
story and a new protagonist. While you can easily jump into this sequel without touching the original game, those who played the first one can look forward to catching up with some returning characters, as well as a few big surprises the developers have in store for us. Some time has passed since the events of Bravely Default, and a lot has changed, bringing about plenty of new dangers to encounter. Agnes Oblige, a familiar face from the first game, has been kidnapped, and it's up to our hero, you, to
Haven't
save
played the
her.
original.
You, the main character, is a fearless knight in the service of Agnes, and you, the player, will be joining him on a grand adventure where the battles are deeper than ever.
Okay, I'm
And
confused.
that is nothing
His
to
name
sneeze
is
at.
You,
This series is known for its highly strategic battles already.
or
Dare to risk
he's
everything in battle
you, the
again
player.
and again when this
I'm
new title
confuzzled.
launches in 2016. Well, everyone, it seems our video
makes
today
sense.
was a little...
Short.
Hopefully, I'll be back to my normal size
Short.
before E3.
If I can ever get off this desk. Hey, there's somebody in here, you know.
Jump. That was a entertaining Nintendo Direct. Wasn't bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it was micro. It got the point across, and it did what it was supposed to do: give a micro presentation on some games. Though we didn't really have anything for Wii U. Well, technically speaking, we did have one game, but that game needs to have online for it, I think, to sell, in my opinion, because I think people are starting to be a little overdone with the games, at the very least a little. I mean, this is what, the fifth? No, did it 2008, 2010, 12, 14. This is the fifth. Wow. So I didn't even know this direct was gonna happen. I just saw it, decided to do a reaction. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys at E3 most likely.